but I haven't stepped a foot inside Target this entire month. Hey guys, it's Stephanie. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. I post videos about my journey on paying off 6 figures of student loans and achieving my personal finance goals. If that sounds interesting to you, don't forget to subscribe. So today's video, what I wanted to do was I want to do a low buy check-in. So a couple months ago, I posted about my low buy year, specifically how I am focusing on buying nothing new for the year of 2021 and trying to focus on buying only secondhand or thrifted purchases as much as possible. I gave a little update in January and I showed you guys everything that I had thrifted in the month of January, and I'll link that video above if you haven't seen that yet. And today for February, I am going to show you guys everything that I've thrifted and purchased for the month of February. But first, I just kind of wanted to do a little bit of reflection in terms of how I feel my buy nothing new year or my low buy year is going. So honestly, I feel like since I've switched to buying almost exclusively secondhand products, I realized that almost anything that you think you need, you can get secondhand. There are obviously some exceptions to this rule, and those exceptions are things that I've listed out in my first video, but a lot of things you can really find secondhand, and you can get a lot of good quality pieces for a fraction of the cost. For example, in my last video, I showed you guys that Patagonia jacket that was practically brand new that I got for $9, and that thing retails for $150. And everything that I've had on my list of wants or needs, I haven't really had a difficult time finding them in a thrift store. One of the things though with thrifting my items or sourcing them secondhand is that there's almost like a mandatory waiting period for anything that you put on your want to buy list. Because obviously if you're buying it secondhand, you can't just go online and find it on Walmart or something. Although you can use secondhand like online stores like eBay or Poshmark, so I guess you can get them quicker that way, but I like to go out and find my items at the store most of the time. So that puts in that little bit of a waiting period where I have to actually go and find the item. And sometimes that little waiting period helps you kind of decide exactly if that is something that you really need. And that kind of goes along with the rule that I've talked about before, the one that I implement in order to limit my impulse purchases, which is that 24-hour rule where I try to wait at least 24 hours before bringing something new into my house. And with thrifting, that 24-hour rule is pretty much mandatory because it usually takes more than 24 hours to find something that you may be looking for. For some, that may be kind of annoying and a hassle, but for me, I enjoy it because I like that hunt, and once I find something that I'm looking for at the thrift store, it's just that much more exciting. One of the other things that I've learned through this journey is that there are other things to do to cure your boredom besides going to Target or HomeGoods or TJ Maxx and just browsing the aisles. I used to be the kind of person who, whenever I was bored or didn't have something to do, I would love to just go to Target and walk around and see what they had that was new. Same thing with HomeGoods or Marshalls. I love to do that, but I haven't stepped a foot inside Target this entire month. We made one Target purchase and it was groceries, and we did grocery pickup, so I wasn't even tempted to go inside and take a look around. That's pretty big for me. I did go into a Marshalls once this month, and I'll show you the one thing that I purchased, but I went in there, went specifically to the aisle that I knew this item was going to be at, and then I headed to the checkout. I didn't even take any extra time to browse around, to look at the clothing, to look at the other things. I knew I had one item in mind and that is what I needed, and I went and picked it up and I left. And honestly, I'm pretty proud of myself for doing things like that, because a year ago I definitely would not have been doing this. I really feel like this challenge has definitely been changing me in terms of my shopping habits and just my consciousness when I'm spending, and just becoming more mindful of my spending and my spending habits. The last thing I did want to mention with buying secondhand and thrifting so much is that I do need to realize that just because something is cheap doesn't mean I need to own it. So when you thrift a lot, you find a lot of things that are just such good deals, and you realize that you end up putting things in your cart that, even though they're a good deal, you don't actually really need them. And that is where the danger can kind of come into play. So I think I may have fallen to that a little bit in January, and bought some things that weren't on my list that I really probably didn't need, but they were such a good deal I just had to have them. But I think I did better with February's thrifted finds. Let's jump into the things that I bought new and the things that I bought used in February. So we bought two things new in February, and both fell under our exceptions category to the rules. So the first is car parts. Obviously that's something that we're not buying used. We're okay with buying car parts new. So that we purchased, we had to fix something with the brakes, so that's fine, we did that. Then the other item that I picked up, I was mentioning that I had went into a Marshall's one time this month and I bought a planner. So this is the planner that I picked up. I am starting my job this month and I need some way to keep track of my patients, and this planner was really nice in the way that it was set up, that it's done by like hour by hour, and it's not a specific day, so you can write in whichever day it is, and I thought that would be really helpful in terms of keeping my clients straight and just being able to write down any notes that I had from the day from treating. So I picked this up, and this was $5 at Marshall's, and this is something that I don't think I would have been able to find secondhand. Planners usually don't end up at the thrift store unless they're like used or half used or like 10 years old kind of thing. So this was something that I bought at Marshall's, and like I mentioned, I went in there knowing that that is what I was going to buy, and I left with only one thing, which is awesome. So now let's talk about the things that I purchased secondhand this month. This is a little bit less than I bought in January, which is great. So the first thing that I'll show you is this, what is this? It's a shower gel, and it's by the brand Philosophy. It's the chilled ginger tea, and I picked this up initially to actually resell on our eBay store. It is brand new. The seal is still on there, but before I had time to put it up on eBay, I actually ran out of shower gel, so I'm going to keep this. These are normally around, like, I think $18 to $20 if you buy them at Ulta. Maybe if on sale you can get them for $15, and I picked this up for $5 and it's brand new. Next, got a pair of shoes here. These are for my husband. These are a pair of Brooks running shoes, and Brooks are really good, and these are actually really clean, not really well worn at all. And Brooks are a really great pair of running shoes, or just comfortable shoes to just wear. And that's a brand that I actually recommend a lot of my patients with feet or ankle pain is Brooks. And we were able to pick these up for $20 at the thrift store, which seems a little high for thrift store prices, but these are very expensive shoes, brand new, and these were maybe worn 5 times max. They are very gently worn, so this was a very good deal for shoes that he needed. I got 3 items of clothing this month. So the first is just this t-shirt. It is a Aladdin t-shirt, and it's just got all the songs on the back. So if you didn't know, I live in Florida, and we hope to be Disney annual pass holders once the pass holders, or once Disney allows new pass holders to purchase them. And I just love wearing Disney clothing, and I feel like it's more accepted to wear Disney clothing in Florida. So I thought this was really cute, and I bought this for $3. Next, I got this dress. So this is definitely from the 90s. It's a midi dress. I have a hard time showing it, but it's super cute. It's got the spaghetti strap, and it's black with a floral pattern. And then it's got a zip down the back, and this is perfect for Florida. I love a midi dress because I just feel more covered in it, and like I'm not going to accidentally flash anybody. So this was $4 at the thrift store, and I knew I would definitely get a lot of use out of it, and I've actually already worn it, I think, like 5 times since I bought it. Then the last item of clothing that I picked up is just this scrub top. So if you work in the medical field at all and you need to wear scrubs, then you know how expensive scrubs can be. Especially good quality scrubs. This is a really nice top. It's really soft. It's got pockets, and it's got pockets with zippers in it. So you know this was probably like $30 to $40. And I picked this up for $2. So if you need scrubs for your job, I would definitely recommend trying to look for them at the thrift store. You're definitely going to find some like old ratty ones, but you will also find some really nice clean ones that are amazing quality, and they're always really, really cheap. The next few items are things that I picked up for my job. So I am a physical therapist and I work primarily with the pediatric population, and I go into their homes. So that means that sometimes I have to bring equipment into the home that they may not have. So I like to look at thrift stores in order to buy those things. That way I'm not spending a lot of my own personal money for my job. So the first item that I picked up is just this pop-up toy, great for little ones. This is one of my favorite toys actually to use. I think there's a lot of ways to incorporate it into a treatment, so I picked that up. And this is normally, I think, a $25 toy, and I got it for $1. And then I picked up this puzzle, and I love these sound puzzles. They make a sound, and kids are really into those, so this was a really cute puzzle. Then I got a collection of balls. I got just a regular playground ball, a ball on a string, and also two like weighted balls. These are like 2-pound balls. And how many times did I just say balls? And if you work with kids, having a variety of balls to play with is essential. And then the last thing that I picked up is just 2 therapy bands. So I liked the pink color. I thought they were cute. They had never been used. They were still like wrapped up in plastic when I bought them. And I would say I got all of this stuff from the Goodwill bins actually. So altogether I probably paid like $5 for everything here, which is pretty good for the stuff that I got. And then I got one item for the household. So this is a really cute like southwestern kind of cactus style pottery vase. And we actually picked this up from the Goodwill bins and had meant to put it on eBay, but there is a decent sized chip on the inside, so I doubt it was going to sell on eBay. So I decided that since I liked it, it was now mine because I didn't care about the chip. So that is something that I'll be using to decorate, and I thought it was really cute. Now I wanted to share with you guys 3 things that we got for free this month. So our neighbor across the hallway, she ended up moving out, and she left us her microwave that she said she had just bought last month and that she no longer needed. So we were able to scoop that up from her because we actually did not have a microwave. And then she also gave us a kettlebell. It's a 15-pound kettlebell, and she just said she didn't need to bring it with her, and we said, okay, we'll take it. We like exercise stuff. And then the last item is some house plants. These are Christmas cactuses that my mother-in-law gave to me. She said that they were in her office, but she just retired and her cat would eat them. So she gave them to me, and I'm trying to keep them alive. Hopefully they survive. So there you go. That is everything that I thrifted or purchased in the month of February. I think overall that our low buy and buy nothing New Year is. Well, this is editing Stephanie to come in to say that my camera ran out of storage, so the video cut off right there. So all I was going to say was that our low buy year is really been going well, I think, and has been impacting us really amazingly. And if you're trying to transition into purchasing more secondhand, I think that it's definitely something doable and will have a good impact on your life. So if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe. I do these updates monthly, so we'll see you for Marches in a month.